Hi, it seems a lot of my conversation has been about time, and I think I'm on a roll, so here we go. For me, one of the greatest difference in my photographs compared to other people's would be the time that I spent in the communities where I go, and the people that I photograph mostly are people that I know. So that's actually something, it took an editor to point that out to me in the UK, Mick Moore from the BJP. Before leaving the UK after 14 years, I just wanted one last meeting, showed him some of my stuff, maybe get a little direction from him. And, he proceeded to tell me how important, that there were a lot of really excellent photographers. Of course, I knew that. The competition's immense. He said, but the difference between you and everyone else is the fact that you know the people that you're photographing, that you spend time there, a lot of time. So some people think I travel a lot. I don't. I travel to certain places and stay there and meet people and meet more people and make more discoveries about that place, that culture, that way of life. For me, the reason I get the pictures that I do get is because I take the time. I don't like to sneak pictures. I like people to know that I'm photographing and for them to be okay with it. And that doesn't mean I won't take spontaneous pictures. It just means that when I do, the people are already aware that that's what I'm doing. I'm photographing. And they know me and they're okay with it. I think in the end, or rather in the beginning, when I started, it was about photographs. It was about traveling and discovering, because I've been interested in travel since forever. But in the very beginning, after completing a photographic course, a 2-year course at the college, I think I was interested in collecting images, building a portfolio and impressing people with the pictures I got of these, exotic places and people and cultures. It took probably a couple decades for me to realize that actually, more important than anything else, what photography has given me is the experience, the friendships, the insight. I'm really typically a shy person unless there's a subject that I'm really passionate about and want to speak about or engage. I'm the quiet one in the corner, just observing. But photography enabled me to become part of other people's lives. It gave me an excuse to interact. The lighting's so fantastic, I couldn't deny it, so I'd have to say, oh, excuse me, do you mind? The lighting is so fantastic and what you're doing is so interesting. Could I photograph you? And often from that, a conversation would begin. And it would become more than just a photo, become an experience. And that's what's kept me going. And continuing to go to Ghana, to continuing to go to Bolivia and Peru and other places. It kind of extends itself. One thing leads to another. Experience of, it's like dominoes. So time's really important. How you use it, and taking the time to get to know people, to get to know the place, to gain an understanding and an appreciation. That's where their tolerance comes from. That's where a deeper knowing comes from. Time. It's all we got. Enjoy it and use it wisely.